Hello, my name is Jeremy Steen. This is my informative speech project. For my audience today, over here is my friend Tyler. Right over here is my little brother David. And right over here at the end of the table is my mom. For my speech today, I will be doing the topic of bowling and the techniques of it. If you watch my introduction speech, I talked about bowling is one of my favorite things to do in life. A little bit of background about bowling is you have two main objectives here. You got, or objects actually, you got a bowling ball and you got a bowling pin. The object of bowling is to take this bowling ball, roll it 60 feet down a wooden alley at 10 of these pins at the end of the alley. You get 2 balls to knock down all 10 pins. It is easiest to use this on 1 ball. You get a higher score if you knock down all 10 pins with 1 ball. Perfect game is 12 strikes in a row. They are pretty hard to accomplish, believe it or not. It's not an easy task. Today I'm going to talk about some of the different styles in bowling. The first style I'm going to talk about is one-handed bowling with 3 fingers in the ball. As you see, a bowling ball has 3 fingers. For one-handed normal style, you put your middle finger, your ring finger, and your thumb into the bowling ball, and when you release the ball, you will bring it down and you release it with one hand. This is the most common style. It's the style you're most likely going to see when you go to a bowling alley. Almost everyone does this, except if you're a little kid or something. It's the most common, probably the most effective, but some might not say not. The next style of bowling is when you have one hand again, but instead of putting all 3 fingers in the holes, you'll put just your middle finger and your ring finger in the hole. And you'll pin the ball up against your wrist. When you release the ball, you keep it pinned against your wrist, and you let go. Like that. It'll create a high rev rate for you, which rev rate is usually a good thing in bowling. It gives you more chance of knocking down all 10 pins. The next style I'm going to talk about is the two-handed normal style. Now this style is becoming more and more famous every day because of a professional bowler named Jason Belmonte. He is probably the best bowler on the PBA Tour right now. He is winning many awards, winning Players of the Year honors, very, very top of the notch right now. He is like almost unbeatable if you ever watch bowling. His style is, like I said, two-handed. He doesn't bowl just one hand. What he'll do is he'll put all 3 fingers in the ball, and when he goes to release it, he'll draw back and release it 2 hands. Now, this style seems like it might be a little bit for a little kid because they can't hold the whole weight of the ball. Bowling balls, usually, if you are an older adult, are going to weigh probably close to 15, 16 pounds or so. So, for a little kid, that might be a little heavy, so they might throw up 2 hands. But Jason Belmonte throws with 2 hands. It gets a high rev rate going, like I was saying before. The high rev rate helps you hitting the pocket, creating more strikes. The other style that we have is two-handed 2 fingers. It's just like the one-handed 2 fingers, but you release the ball with 2 hands. So you'll pin the ball just like last time, and you'll hold it with 2 hands, and you'll release it. You won't have your thumb in the hole. I don't know how people bowl like it. I couldn't. It would hurt my wrist too much, but some people do. Alright, next you're going to actually talk about your throwing of the ball, how you approach the lanes. The first step is the push away. You will start at the end of the alley. You will start however way you're going to throw the ball. You're going to hold the ball however you're going to hold it. Your first step is the dropping of the ball, believe it or not. You're going to let the ball drop. As you're doing that, you're going to let your foot opposite of the ball start to come down. The next step is the downswing. The downswing is when you continue to let the ball come down and start to come up behind you. As you're doing this, now I can't do this because we don't have enough room right now, but you'll start to gain momentum and the releasing of the ball. You'll start to come forward faster and faster each step. The downswing is your second step. The next step, which you'll be on your third step right now, is the backswing. When the backswing comes, you've already taken your first two steps. The backswing will be when your ball is back behind you. So, if you imagine, that'll be your third step in the bowling. Your first step, second, now the third ball is behind you. Your last step after the backswing is the slide and actual releasing of the ball. Once the ball is back here, you bring it forward, take your last step, swing the arm right directly next to your body, and release it down the alley. Now, it might take, I don't know, a couple years to become good at bowling, to keep the ball, let it go right where you want it to go. I know I have been bowling for close to 10 years now, probably, and I'm just now starting to get kind of good at the sport, I suppose. Now, the last thing is, some people won't realize this if you're young to bowling, you won't know a lot, is where you're actually throwing the ball. Now, I said there's the alley and there's the pins. You're going to assume you're going to throw the ball at the pins. Well, you are, but it's what you're looking at when you throw the ball that might surprise you. You're not actually, if you ask a professional bowler where they're looking at, they're not looking at the pins, they're not looking into the crowd, they are looking at arrows on the lane. The lane has arrows on it that you can look and see where you want to throw the ball. It will help you if you hit your mark, what they say. That means you hit right where you're looking for, and you will see the ball hopefully go into the pocket and hit the pins. There's arrows people look at, there are dots in front of the arrows, then there are more dots in front by your feet. You want to hit your mark to improve your bowling style as much as you can. Alright, like I said, bowling is a very fun sport. It can also be very dangerous, so like I said, if you go to a bowling alley, don't screw around. You can hurt yourself. I've had a friend drop a ball on his foot and it actually broke his toe, so you don't want to do that. It will hurt. You can also hurt your wrist if you do this too much, so you don't want to do that. If you improve on your technique and just be consistent at bowling, you will eventually get better. Even if your technique's bad, the better technique you have, the better you will be at bowling. So go out, enjoy the lanes. It's a fun sport. Have a good time, and thank you.